This helps heal all those things, rewire your brain to think different, and work through all that stuff so you see things differently. It's all about healing yourself. I haven't met one person yet that did the medicine and wasn't a better person the next day.
The message I got was like, I can't go to where I need to go without feeling this suffering, right? No great things happen without suffering and pain.
During the comfort zone, you don't grow too much. But during these ceremonies, you put yourself out of everything, like out of all the things that you think are secure, even in your mind, even in your feelings. Ayahuasca come and show you all the other ways so you can grow in a different way.
You can get here through the medicine. We're just a tool. The medicine is the medicine. It is a God's gift to us, to the human race. Here is we're just a tool helping people get to that next level. This is a medicine house where we eat, breathe, and sleep medicine, helping, healing, always.
Hi family, welcome to Mujer Tigre podcast. I'm so happy to have this space here with you. Today is a very special episode because it's the first one in English. It's the third one of this season. And I have two very special guests today. One is
Tario.
And the other one is
Alvin,
Tario, thank you so much for being here today.
thank you for having us.
I'm more than grateful to have the opportunity to talk with you guys about how this experience with the medicine helped you with your daily life, with your careers, and also like how it's helping you also with your personal life. So I don't know, who wants to be the first?
I'll start. So it's amazing. Thank you for having us. What an amazing experience last night, drinking ayahuasca together, and how it's helped me personally. I started this journey 10 years ago. Well, really 13 years ago, I found out about it, but I didn't actually do it till 10 years ago. And I did it 3 nights in a row. Felt amazing. And then from those 3 nights, I didn't do the medicine again until this recent February. And since I've been doing the medicine since February, I've done it over 20 times, and it's really changed my life for the better in so many different ways, because I've seen myself evolving into just different things, more in tune with myself, more appreciation for life, for waking up, for having the basic minimum, which is, life and 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet, family, being able to call my parents, my brothers, people I love, and realizing that the things that money can't buy are really the biggest gifts in life and the things we should be the most appreciative of. So for me, that's been very, very grounding, very centering, striving to be better for people I love, for myself, learning to forgive me first and then others, and just being all around a better person. It's helped me a lot in that way. But in my career also, it's helped me see things differently. And sometimes when we drink the medicine, we manifest, we visualize outcomes in different scenarios, and it helps you see things different, and helps you play them out differently and more level-headed, clear-headed, clear thinking. So for me, it's been hasn't been easy. Doesn't help every time see things so clear. Sometimes you got to really dig deep for it, but it gives you what you need every time. Every experience is different. There's never a trip that's the same. It's always giving you exactly what you need and the doses you need, and as long as you keep to your diet and your mind, you try and control your thoughts and discipline thinking and give it an intention before you drink the medicine. I feel like it gives you a lot of clarity on a lot of things that you're looking for, and things that make us who we are, things that we want to be. For me personally, realizing that everything I thought I wanted to be is not really who I am, So for me, it was a very, very big thing. Admiring the wrong type of people almost my whole life, and now realizing that the people I really want to admire are the people that are walking this path and true to themselves and to others, and doing what they say and saying what they do, and being impeccable with their word. And that's who I want to be and who I am, and I'm trying to do, me it's very helpful now.
So do you consider like all this path that you start with the medicines can be a positive thing for the people around you?
Yes, I do. A lot. I really believe that this medicine is for everybody, no matter, your race, religion, anything. This comes from the Amazon, which, is like the Garden of Eden in so many ways, because so many medicines and cures and everything have come out of there. And this gives everybody exactly what they need. This is a way to work through your traumas as a kid, work through, little things that we don't even realize in our subconscious that have bothered us or made us into who we are, just by little things, 5 years old, 7 years old, getting yelled at, or just little things that have evolved over time, snowball effect, that have made us into who we are, into our personal traits. This helps heal all those things, rewire your brain to think different, and work through all that stuff so you see things differently. It's all about healing yourself. I haven't met one person yet that did the medicine and wasn't a better person the next day.
Oh, thank you. So inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing. So I wonder, so how all these connect with Alvin, and who is Alvin?
Oh, that's a very complicated question, but I'll go back to my first thought of ayahuasca. It was like 2014. So I was already like interested in it, but me and Tad were both in the nightlife. It just didn't align, and then I see Tadio after 2015 or 16, just a totally different man, and so he was the first one I talked to about it that's done it, right? So from his experiences, and that made me even more to say, hey, I'm gonna do this, and it took till 2020 during COVID, because nobody was working, so I was able to go to Costa Rica and have that experience. Very different from this ceremony. Both were amazing. I thought I got deeper in 2020 because I got really sick. I saw myself die, things like that. I had to shake it off after the fact, but physically I was okay. But this one, I was physically just beat down. I've never felt anything like that, like even if you see me in the fire, I'm trying to keep up, but I feel like the spirit's just keeping me, like just humbling me, putting me down. Like my crown is too heavy to carry all the time, So I felt that for sure. And as far as once I took the second cup, it felt like years, It's like every time you think, okay, like what time is it? You're trying to think consciously. It's almost done. It's almost done. Because I'm trying to ask you guys, how long does it last? But it just keeps getting deeper. And I'm like, how does this happening, And I don't know if you threw up, but like me and you usually don't throw up, right? So like after it was all done, I thought it was the end. I drank the electrolyte and I just threw everything. It was insane. Then it got deeper again. And I'm like, it's crazy. You just feel all the pain and all the sorrow. I think my mom was really strong in my head. Like I felt all her pain, her suffering, coming up. And I didn't want her to feel that. And I want to take it for her, even though I was to the brink of, I think I didn't die in this one, but they brought me to the brink of, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to give up? Are you going to, So I think that's the message I got, because it's like, go to sleep or stay up here in the fire. And at one point, once I stayed there, that fire, that rage kind of came up, and said, like, you can do this, like you have, because my intentions were to become the best human being I can be and the greatest version of Alvin, that it made me suffer. You know what I mean? It made me feel all that pain, because the message I got was like, I can't go to where I need to go without feeling this suffering, right? No great things happen without suffering and pain, right? To understand how great it can be. So then I started accepting that, and, it gets scary. I mean, a lot of people don't want to admit it. It's scary, but I think I just stay with my mantras and everything from the beginning, from my intentions, what I set through, what I chant every morning. And I just stuck with that, right? And this is like the closest thing I ever got to God, like besides 2020, if you want to say it that way, where I saw like such power and divine power, like, but I knew this time, because I've been there in 2020 when I fought it. I just kept saying, I give in, like, I'm nothing to you, I'm grateful for you showing me this pain, this suffering, how scared I am. I'm grateful for it. I kept saying that. I'm grateful for everything, and I came to realize even my shortcomings or somewhat failures, people don't look at it that way. I look at it that way, but it's okay now. You know, there's a bigger picture, and I've never really felt that high about it. You know, like everything I wanted was kind of small. You know, at the end of the day. So, thought about my daughter, as you guys know, we talked about that. Just want to show her how much I love her. Just let her know, you know.
Wow, thank you so much for
Well,
sharing that. But both of you sharing about the experience with the medicine, tell me that how it's improving things in your life. But any of you answer me, who are Tadio and who are Alvin? What are you doing in your normal life? And how do you think this soul, ayahuasca, and this experience can improve new things for your career and for your personal life?
so I think humans, especially I know Tadio very well, like it's complex, right? Because we wear a lot of different masks, you know. Tadio has a past, I have a past, we have a future, we have different hobbies, we have different business guys. So it's different, you know, not everyone's the same, not everyone's going to walk the same path, but it's a complex thing to go back into the real world, integrate that and come back to here and try to find that integration, you know. It's really tough and I can see that. So I admire you guys for drinking so much. It's pretty amazing because it's tough. Yeah, I just think it's a complex ordeal. You take the lessons you have and you try to keep it in your mind, right? You can't just like leave this place and all of a sudden everything goes back to normal, you know? So I think part of that, if I'm not here all the time, not at the medicine house, just meditation every morning, clear my thoughts, my intentions, keep repeating the same things that I'm repeating to become my greatest self, you know, health, wealth, success, just asking God and the spirits to to help me guide to my full potential to see how great this world can be. You know, I want to see how great this life is. You know, I'm so grateful to where I am now and life has been amazing, but help me achieve and see the greatest life that can exist, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. For me too, it's been like just knowing myself better, knowing my strengths and weaknesses more just within me and how I can improve them. You know, it's really taken the ego out of a lot of things and taking a step back and looking at different situations, how I've acted in the past and how I want to act now and who I really should act. You know, for me, it's been the medicine has helped bring all my values and morals back into focus. You know, and living in Las Vegas, we're so used to the crazy lifestyle and everything, and you know the lines get blurry a little bit, and you know this has helped me realize that you know God, the medicine, the path, everything is when done the right way, a lot of prosperity and blessings come, and you know it's helped me be able to read other people as well, and you know we all see flaws in other people that we see in ourselves, so you know it's helped me just to kind of plant that seed with other people too, and try and give them this gift, which is the biggest gift that someone can give themselves, you know, and it's drinking the medicine and healing and knowing yourself better and just being a better person all around, you know. It's helped me a lot in that way. You know, I'm trying to bring everybody I love who's ever been a part of my life this gift right here where they can give themselves and heal and be better. And it's, I know it's scary sometimes and it's not for everybody. Oh, fly to Colombia and, you know, Colombia's wild, but Colombia is where the medicine comes from the Amazon, South America. You know, they say Colombia is the heart of the world. I really believe it, but it's worth coming to do. And soul searching is you soul search and you'll find the answers that you want. And at the end of the day, if you have that love for yourself, I mean, you really have a lot right there, you know, because we're always seeking validation from others and chasing these feelings that we want to feel. You know, to feel accepted, to feel cool, to feel so many things. And this helps you just be happy with yourself, emotionally stable in yourself, and move forward from there. So that's what's really helped me in my life.
So to who you will be recommended this medicine?
I will recommend this to anyone and everyone. Mothers, daughters, sons, fathers, brothers, cousins, everything. You know, I've been blessed so far to have most of my family come. Still waiting on some other ones, but it's amazing. Everyone that's come to do it has left better and wanting to be better and doing better and being, you know, so for me it's been good. I know and I've seen it in you and your family. Everyone in your family has come to drink, and you know they never have family like big arguments and things like that because they talk it out. They take the ego out and they connect in that way, which I really admire.
Yeah, that has been a huge blessing in our life, like the medicine, the way they make us understand each other, the way they make connect from the heart with others. Doesn't matter if it's your family, the people from your job, your partner. Ayahuasca help to put everything like in a clearer vision. So that's one of my favorite things, helping me with my relationships and life. Also, I want to ask Alvin, because you are a UFC fighter.
Well, I train with a lot of the guys. I'm not in the UFC, but I do train martial arts, all different practices, but at a very high level, yes.
Yeah. How do you think this soul, the ayahuasca, can help people in that area? Like, I don't know, to deal with frustration or with injuries, traumas, things.
Yeah, I think it would help tremendously. I'm just trying to see, like, for example, like when I was in the fire, I thought about when I got sick and almost died. And I think in Costa Rica, that wasn't just a sign to say that. It was basically saying, you're going to die here in 2020, 21, so that when that happens, you're ready. You know what I mean? I never thought of it like that, you know? It's like it prepared me to be able to come back from that sickness, because I think that sickness and overcoming it was my almost pretty much my greatest triumph. I mean, I was 140 pounds on a ventilator that's supposed to kill you. Doctor said I was supposed to die, saying I lost scar tissue, and I'm 47 at that time, 48, 47. And I said to myself, I'm going to rebuild myself. And it was hard, right? Because you can't even run. I cough out blood. I couldn't even walk up the stairs I couldn't even shower. I had to shower. If I had to wash my hair, I had to wash my hair real quick, take a break, get my oxygen tank, and then go in the shower and then get my oxygen tank. So you can imagine me being a top level athlete, and you guys know a little bit about me now, where I'm always trying to be the best, to go fall that far down, you know? And from that moment, I still said, I'm going to make it back. I'm going to compete at the highest level at 47, even at 25. That's very, very difficult, you know? Here I am over the hill, coming back from a sickness. And, yeah, I came back and I did pretty well, I would say, for my age and for everything that I've overcome. So I think the mental warfare with that is very powerful for people that, have fear, right? Like, George St. Pierre once said, like, it's okay to feel fear, but fighters always want to not feel fear, right? But it's okay to accept that. It's okay to accept that, to know that that's your edge. Like, you have to be wary about it, So I think that's a big part of it. If someone can break through and feel that, I feel like he's done the medicine or something, because to reach that level of understanding, you look at other human beings, like, how did they, come up to that realization? Yeah, I just think it helps prepare you in all different ways, right? Frustrations, failures, looking yourself in the mirror. If you're losing all the time, why are you losing? Or if you're winning, being grateful and not letting it get too high, so that'll knock you back down, I feel like you always have to be on an even keel, like not too high, not too low, because the minute you feel too high, like we were at the clubs and everything, boom, you can get dropped quick, and we've seen it with all our friends at the top too, so I think that's very important.
So, good question for you, Alvin. What advice would you give to other people who, have never been to South America or Colombia, about coming to do the medicine here and the experience and what to kind of expect, or, how would you, advise others to do that?
Well, I think if someone's already thinking about it, that's pretty brave of them, right? Which they have the right intentions. I think the main thing is to find a good shaman, to find a good community. And I think here is one of the best places so far. I mean, I've only been here, right? But I feel like the ceremony and how everyone came together to help us on this trip is powerful and amazing, And I'm grateful for everyone that came and supported and was there, because I kind of lost myself in there for a little bit, So I think also, so that's the main foundation: find the right community, the right shaman, the right people, to do it with, because energies is very important. But I also think, setting your intentions, right? Doing the pre-homework. You can't just show up and just, what I mean? It's like training. It's like a fight or anything else. You have to train every day. You have to meditate. You have to cultivate. You have to chant your mantras. You have to do your breath work. You have to do everything, right? So it's not just, oh, I'm going to do it and then try to clean up, We didn't do too good with the diet, but
food's good here, though. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
but I still got to where I needed to be, though. That's I'm grateful for it, and it's amazing. And I was scared, and I want it to be over, but I still grateful for it. Grateful for all of it.
Of course. And just for people that don't know, last night, Alvin and his wife Kelsey, we did a private ceremony for them, and Julian, our medicine man, he brought 25 of his most loyal drinkers that came just to support Alvin and Kelsey and to be in their corner, through the whole process last night, singing, dancing, just enjoying them, enjoying God, enjoying the medicine, the vision, trying to make their experience, feel like they have been doing it forever with us, so it was, the community came together, and, his people follow him everywhere. And, as soon as we said we had a private thing with a friend, they all came. So we rocked out all night till 10 a.m. So it was amazing.
That was really amazing. Really amazing. Question for you guys. You guys saw how beat up I was. Is that normal for a lot of people, or like to get that beat up? I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. It's rough. And I felt like I was the only one that was there. Like you guys were fine. You guys were helping out. And I just, man, I was.
But that's not all the time. It's many times I have to reach over, Danny, help me go get upstairs to the bathroom, please.
Really?
Walk around. I can't. I'll get up and
Oh my God. Yeah. Scary.
I'll put my arm around her, and she's helped me through so many things.
Yeah.
Sometimes she put her hand on my head, and she just helps me
Change
get
it.
back down to grounded and seeing things straight, because a lot of those times you're going crazy in your mind. You got to control your thoughts a little bit, 'cause it's going to do what it does, and when you're having 1,000 epiphanies and you're thinking this and that and light and darkness and everything. And, sometimes you just got to focus on your breathing and, your intentions and why we're here, what we're trying to do, what we want, what we want to get out of this. And because your mind's going to go everywhere. It's what the whole thing is. Just, you look in the dark and you'll see the craziest thing. But as long as you tell yourself you're doing this to be better and you love yourself and it works out the right way. Everything always passes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta put your hand on the ground and just knock on the floor just to make sure you're, flying for real, So
Every time is different, completely different. Sometimes the experience is very physical because maybe you need to clean, you need to detox. So ayahuasca gonna take that from you. Sometimes the process is very mental. Like you don't see any visions, but you have a lot of reflections. You have a lot of memories, feelings, things like that. Other times it's very fun. So you have a lot of visions. You go to other planets. You visit a lot of different dimensions, and that's amazing too. But every time ayahuasca will use the language she thinks. So every time she gonna use the language she thinks is more precise for your process in that moment. She works so precisely. She never makes mistakes. So if we have access to that conscious, that make us to be the right being to deserve that. So she will be giving you the instructions to get there, even if it's only with your body or only with your feelings or your mind.
That makes total sense. I had both, so physical and mental warfare. But yeah, it was insane. I gotta tell you guys, man. I think that's what they talk about, faith, right? Like when I grew up, like everybody was religious, so I wasn't really religious. But they always talk about faith, right? I think in the moment of that fire, when you're just down and it's asking you, do you want to just give up or go, right? There's only one way to go, is to have faith and look at the light and keep trying to ascend, If you go anywhere else, I think, I don't know what would happen. I just didn't even let myself go there, I think that's what they mean by faith now. It came to me, because at that moment you have no other choice,
Absolutely. Sometimes I think I look over, I'm like freaking out. I look over at Danny and she's just galaxy hopping, like smile on her face. And I'm like, how do I get to that point?
Yeah.
But she's done it so much that's where she gets to.
Yeah.
And I was asking the shaman, like, I'm still going through it. And he's like, you're pretty much going to go through it for the next 2 or 3 years until you can actually, cleanse all your guilt and forgiveness. And I'm like, man, 2 or 3 more years of feeling like this, of suffering happy, but working through it. But it's like, it has to get done. And once you get there, it'll be well worth it, And so it's just a path. I feel like once you do the medicine too, you gotta stay conscious of the process. Everything you learn, you have to implement it in your life. Cause if you can just drink the medicine and they don't do shit about it, it's not going to be helpful at all. Like, can't drink the medicine and then go party all weekend. You have to be conscious of what you learn and implement it in your life. And that's how you receive the blessings. And, and then the medicine's super jealous. Like if you're just drinking it to drink it, it's not going to give you what you need out of it. As long as you stay true to it and live the right life and the right path, then it gives you, many blessings and prosperity, and it opens a lot of doors and helps you connect with people. Everyone here trying to heal, trying to be better,
Yeah, of course. I really believe like all the people that come to these practices or these medicines have the pure intention to be a better human. That you don't come here to do this process, like to fasting, no sleeping, all this discomfort that you have during the ceremony because it is necessary. And during the comfort zone, you don't grow too much. But during these ceremonies, you put yourself out of everything, like out of all the things that you think are secure, even in your mind, even in your feelings. Ayahuasca come and show you all the other ways so you can grow in a different way. You can grow to a new you.
Also, with you, with Danny, she's had a successful medicine house for about 11 years. She had another spot before this. She's helped thousands of people come to the light and heal. And we'll be out in the street and people come running up to her and just, they hug her with so much joy and admiration and thank you for changing my life. And it's amazing. Sometimes I'm like, I love it. I love seeing it. I love, that energy that she gets. When we first met, we were talking and one of her philosophies was like, I'm going to change the world with love. Well, what world do you live in? The world only changes with, violence and power and this and that. And then fast forward now and I'm like, we really are changing the world with love through this stuff, and we always laugh about it because I was like so serious in the beginning and now I really actually get it. And, it really is the only way to do it because if we don't do it, no one else will. And it's not people's fault. They just don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know about it. There's people from Colombia where this is from that don't even know about it. You know what I mean? It's not as accessible as it should be, as it one day will be, so, I think everyone should come. Everyone that's feeling the call, when you feel the call one day, you're getting there, come enjoy here with us. We'd love to host you. We would love to help you be who you want to be who you deserve to be who you've always wanted to be.
Also, Alvin and his wife, they come all this way to do different therapies, to do different medicines. And one of the medicines they tried was the psilocybin, the mushroom ceremony. He told me before he has recreational experience. Like I know the majority of the people, sometimes the first meeting with these beings is through this way. But also here in Latin America, we try to preserve these forms, to preserve the altars, to preserve the ways, like the ancestors, keep these medicines running through thousands of years until they come to us. So do you notice any difference from the both ways?
Yes. So the first time I ever did it was again 2020. We're at home, COVID, right? I already had like good intentions and everything. I think I told you guys it took very long to break through, but when I did, it was pretty powerful. I can't explain exactly what I saw, but it just told me that I'm close, that I'm almost there, Even if I tried to write it down, I don't even know what I was trying to say, but I could feel it, if that makes sense, Yeah. It was very emotional. So that one was a good experience. It wasn't ceremonial per se, but I did it for the right reasons, So I didn't have a shaman, I didn't have you guys. But I just had me and my wife, and I just was at home. We had no job at that time, so I could do it. So I wanted to try it. And then after that, recreationally, like, you go to club, everybody's taking it, you take a little bit, and it was a terrible experience. I would never do that again, probably.
Yeah.
Never do it again. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's not as strong as ayahuasca, but it shows you that darkness, that dark path. It can just keep leading you down there,
Right.
And your mind has to like fight it. Like the way I fought it here was different then, or maybe I didn't have the tools, I don't know. But then I was just trying to fight it mentally, like I'm stronger than this. Come on, And then when I got out, I felt like superhero, But here I just like led with gratitude, love, being grateful that you're showing me this pain, being grateful that you're making me feel like crap right now, and I'm dying and I can't keep my head up, So I think I battled it differently, The mushroom ceremony was beautiful. More just body discomfort and highs. Some visuals with like the plants, of course, things things are like in 3D, but no real message or anything like that I can recall. Definitely a wonderful experience, and probably the better way to do it, if I can recommend somebody, is just come here and do it the right way in the ceremonial setting. So thank you for that again. Yes, that was beautiful, and thank you and appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
trust to come here to this house
course.
and do the medicine and bring your beautiful wife
Thank
with
you.
you. Do it together. It's very beautiful to see couples that want to work together to improve their relationship, to be better, to love each other more. And also I can see like but the first day to today you and your wife are more bright, like you're smiling
Oh, yeah.
more, hugging more. Like that's very beautiful to see, like how love like expand that vibration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When you plan on coming back to do the medicine?
I knew that was coming and I was thinking about it. I probably need a few days, weeks to settle in and kind of see, because right now I'm just,
Did you see yourself doing it before the end of the year?
I don't know.
Huh?
Not really, but
No.
but you never know.
No,
Things
yeah.
things could change, right? Like how I called you and like
Yeah.
things happen fast,
Days.
days, like, so every path leads to like what it's supposed to be, right? We're here. We're supposed to be here this weekend. We're supposed to be doing this with you guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And shout out to you guys too for coming, being, my first close friends that actually come out here. And,
So happy about that.
So many of my friends have come out here when it was just, partying and
Party.
a different life out here. And now like the healthy life, the healing life, and, it's a little bit of crickets, but I know people are going to come,
Yeah.
I know people been hitting me up, and, I know people are going to come because it's the world is going that way, especially now with all the chaos and
Yeah.
everything going on. People want to be on the right path, because it's the only way to be,
I agree.
Yeah, and also I think like for these new times that we are living, we will find that healing is not on the pills, healing is not on the hospital. The real healing comes from look to yourself deeply, to use the tools that Mother Nature give us to go through the things, because that's the original way humans supposed to heal themselves. And also, I really believe these tools gonna help to change the human mind. Maybe not in the short future. Sorry for my English, is not my first language.
No, your English is great.
Great
Your English is great.
Sorry if I make mistakes, just please be patient. But I really believe these tools Mother Nature give us for something, especially in these times. Like we need it. We need guidance. We need guidance for something superior, for something that don't see the things and the chaos and the war and all these things in the same way as humans. So I think it's very possible. And as I told Tadio the first day I met him, I really believe we can change the world with love, with light, with conscience, and being united, being community, like being family, connecting from the deepest part of our hearts. I think that's the real healing for the human race. I don't know if I sound too hippie doing
I
that.
love the way you say that.
See? But yeah, I really believe it, and I really believe everybody's connecting to that through people from all countries. During all these 10 years, I see thousands and thousands of people coming from different countries, different cultures, religions, believers, like everything coming to be in front of the altar, taking the little cup of ayahuasca, and next day changing their lives, changing their minds, and being very humans. So
Even people that are atheists, they come here, drink one cup of ayahuasca, and poof,
Oh yeah.
what have I been doing my whole life? It's
Seriously.
crazy.
I was one of those. I was one of those. And the plants, not only ayahuasca, also peyote, mushrooms, aguacoya, helped me to realize I was so disconnected from myself. I was so disconnected from the divinity. And they showed me the way to come back. And I think after this awakening,
Spiritual awakening.
I don't want to go back to the no, never
There's
again.
no going back.
No,
This is for
never
life.
again. Yeah, I feel so grateful to be able also to live in a country that have naturally this
Natural medicine.
these medicines growing here. So yeah, I want to give my life and my energy to keep these traditions going as much as I can, as much as my community wants. And also, if you feel it, you're more than welcome to come to this house. This house we created as a safe space for the people, connect with themselves, connect with whatever they feel gonna help them to go through this human experience. So yeah, trust in yourself, and if you feel in that call inside of you, don't, ¿cómo se dice? No dudar.
Don't hesitate. Don't doubt it. This is a judgment-free place. Everyone's here for the same thing: healing, happiness, family, love, discipline, being better. Everything here. Everything you want in life. Everything you want to achieve all your goals and to be great. You can get it here through the medicine. We're just a tool. The medicine is the medicine. It is a God's gift to us, to the human race. Here is we're just a tool helping people get to that next level. This is a medicine house where we eat, breathe, and sleep medicine, helping, healing always.
So guys, thank you so much for being here today. I feel so grateful for hear all your experience. Like, the purpose of this podcast is like to show like people from anywhere in the world can come here and they're gonna find a treasure. They're gonna find something valuable for their lives. So thank you for sharing your experience, for your trust. Thank you, Tario, for being here, supporting all this process. And yeah, I really hope for both this experience, these ceremonies, make yourself grow more into the light, into the love. So we have also a special invitation for the people.
Yes, August 18th to the 23rd, we're doing a retreat. We do ceremony, 6 nights, four ceremonies, 1 day off, yoga, salsa, meditation,
Sound healing,
sweat lodge.
Yeah.
And it's a retreat from the 18th to the 23rd, 17th, 23rd? 18th to the 23rd. And everyone is invited. A lot of people sometimes are like, they don't want to come because they don't speak Spanish. That's not the case. We have our friends here that didn't speak Spanish, and we help translate and do everything. So you get the message and you get all the knowledge that the shaman and the medicine can give through us. We're all tools helping in every way we can.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys, for be watching this whole episode. Down here, you can find all our social media, also the ways to contact us in case you want to come to do a retreat, to try ayahuasca, to try psilocybin therapies. We are more than happy to receive all your purpose here in this house. So see you until the next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.